Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. 2018 Fireballs here, back with another MLB 9 Innings 23 video. We're with the showcasing series today, and we have 3 new teams to review. As always, if you guys want to be in the showcasing series, please leave a comment down below with your team name requesting to be showcased. Also, please subscribe to the channel, and then last but not least, and most importantly, please send an in-game friend request to my alternate team, Laddyboy, LADDYBOY in all caps. Anyways, let's get straight into today's video and the 3 new teams. Alright, so the first team we have of today is JLars88. He runs a Minnesota Twins S-Set deck with a Diamond S-Set deck. Not often that I get to review a good Twins team, so super excited to get into this one. Let's check the batting order. Batting leadoff and hitting first is Max Kepler 2018. Signature card. I've never seen much of this SIG. Like I said, don't review that many Twins teams, but love the Black Diamond SIG. 14 to the right side's a bit high, 16 to power, 13 eye, 14 contact. A good train, just could be a little bit lower to the right side, 13 or less is ideal. Pioneer batting machine and 5-tool player. Not a bad skill set, could definitely be better if you had charisma, spotlight, or slugger instinct. But as a leadoff man, this guy should get on base a lot. And with a decently high contact and power, he should do okay. A last boss nerf will significantly decrease his stats, but it's a good card. I would say just retrain him in the future maybe, and then maybe put in a couple of greens to him if you do have them on the side, and look for that charisma, spotlight, or slugger instinct. Second is Joe Mauer 09 Prime, his only catcher, or his best catcher year with the Minnesota Twins. He does have some SIGs, but I'm pretty sure they're all first base. Very high speed train, and 15 power and 14 contact. Looking at the skills, slugger instinct, barrel it up, and spotlight. So with the barrel it up bonus, now that it's changed, so I had to look this up just before I recorded this video, but if you get the barrel it up bonus, it has to be 210 speed plus contact, and speed needs to be 70% of that total of 210. So with this, you far exceed the 210 speed mark plus contact, so you're definitely able to retrain this card, and then just make sure that contact is high enough and the speed is at least 70% of 210. So yeah, what I have, or 70% of contact, sorry, I misquoted that. Don't please forgive me about that. Speed has to be 70% of what contact is. So with that knowledge, you can definitely retrain this for higher power, good eye, and then contact, so he doesn't, his eye doesn't plummet when it gets nerfed by boss. So yeah, I just had to put that out there. Barreled up level 8's not a bad idea. I would go slugger instinct personally though, but that's totally up to you. This is an awesome skill set, by the way. 333 slugger spot barrel it up, the exact same set I have on my Benintendi actually. I believe I would go slugger instinct level 8 on this though, definitely. So yeah, just a retrain and then maybe a skill reset ticket. That's totally up to you though, but I would definitely do the retrain. Third is an Eddie Rosario 2020 signature card. Pretty sure this is his best year with that great increased distribution. 12 to the right side, 16 to eye, 15 power, 14 contact. Good job going I1 since it is below 70. And then looking at the skill set, bad ball hitter and spotlight heavy hitter. Too bad it's a low level skill set. Later down the line, you can definitely look for a higher level skill set, but this is pretty good and it should do well. Spotlight's not the greatest second skill. I find it more effective later on in games, or you know what I mean. But slugger instinct or charisma is probably more ideal, but definitely look for a better skill set later down the line. Train is awesome. Keep it the way it is. Great leader, or great third batter in the lineup. Fourth is a Chipper Jones legend card. Looking at his train, 9 to the right side. Excellent train right there. Looks like he went for another high contact train for barrel it up. Contact 1, power 2, I3. Skills are not barrel it up though. Pioneer batting machine and slugger instinct. Interesting decision to go contact 1. I know it is lower than eye and power, so I can definitely see your reasoning behind that. With the legend card though, I would personally max out power and eye since it's already high. Maybe go power 1, contact 2, and I3 since contact is lower, like I said, but contact 1 is not really something I like to see. That's my personal opinion though. It's a really good card and you really balanced out the stats pretty well. I just would go power 1, contact 2, and I3 if you ever have time to retrain. But then again, 9 to the right side is a bit tough to pass up on. But that's just my thoughts. Fifth in the lineup is a Babe Ruth Supreme Black Diamond card. Don't see that too many of these. Looking at the train, oh, that's only 16 to the right side through level 30, which is impressive. I know that's, I think below 19, anything below 19 is really impressive through level 30. 30 power, 22 contact, 19 eye, Good job going I2. So like this, I would train Chipper like this. Power 1, Contact 2, I3. Great job distributing that special training. And then skills, Charisma, Spotlight. Definitely use some premiums on him. Look for Pioneer, Bad Ball Hitter, or a higher level skill set than this. This should do fine for now, but he can definitely be improved there. Train is excellent. But yeah, just the skills on this card, and this card is basically endgame. Sixth in the lineup is CJ Cron, 2019 SIG. Again, looking at the train, high speed train, so he doesn't have a lot of base speed, so I can see why you did that. But looking at his skills, Barrel It Up, Charisma, Hawkeye, I don't think it's really worth it with this card to go for the Barrel It Up bonus. Even if it is a skill that you have, this card is just not really going to get it. You could definitely just go for high contact and look for it, but with the BUI bonus being different now, you could probably even get it if you just train for high power, eye, and contact, because that eye is going to plummet. That eye is suffering right now with the last boss level 8 nerf. That eye is going to go down to 105, so you're definitely going to want to retrain this card, and then definitely use blue tickets on this. If you can land Slugger Instinct, I would definitely do that and look for that skill. Slugger Instinct, Spotlight, Batting Machine, it would be good, any of those three. But yeah, just a retrain on this card, putting all those points into speed isn't really worth it, and you could probably balance it out with the new Barrel It Up and how it works either way. So that'd be my suggestion for this card. It's a great SIG, just could do a lot better with that train. Nelly Cruz, 2019, is your 7th batter in the lineup, and always has great years, this card, or Cruz in general, for any team that he plays on. 66 base, great increased distribution is insane. Good job going I1, 15 to power, and then 12 to contact. At 60 power in normal condition is just 160 power in normal condition is incredible. Ace Specialist, Spotlight, Charisma. Ace Specialist is kind of an underrated third skill here, so I would definitely keep that since he is a lower overall 66 base. Then the Charisma and Spotlight, though, excellent skill set combination right there. Could be better with Slugger Instinct in my opinion, but still excellent skill set here. Only thing that would be better if it were triple threes and had slightly better skills, but you can only get so far in this game to make it perfect. Great card, great train, not too much to critique there. 8th in the lineup, Eduardo Escobar, 17. I'm pretty sure he has a couple SIGs, maybe 1 or 2 for the Twins, correct me if I'm wrong. But this is a good train, 13 to the right side, good job going I1, Power 2, Contact 3, and then skills, Pioneer, and Spotlight. So you did land a Legend skill on him, and Spotlight's not bad. So yeah, he's only a normal card though, so you could definitely look to replace him with a Team SIG in the future. Probably he's at shortstop, so like a Correa SIG, that'd be ideal. I'm actually pretty sure now that I think of it, Escobar doesn't have SIGs, so Correa would really be the replacement you're looking for. Who knows? He only has 1 year with the Twins right now, but he's going to be with them for 6 years, so you may get him in the future. But definitely look to replace Escobar with a better shortstop Twins card when you can. Then Chuck Knobloch, 1996 Black Diamond, 12 to the right side, good job going Power 1, I2, and then Contact 3. Charisma, Spotlight, Professional, another candidate for blue tickets. I would definitely use them on Crone first since he is a signature card. Then I would use some blues on Knobloch, look for Slugger Instinct, Batting Machine, and even Barrel It Up. He would definitely hit the Barrel It Up bonus. He's only in down condition right now, so yeah. He would definitely hit the Barrel It Up bonus just like this, so Barrel It Up wouldn't be a bad third skill on this card. But that's a great starting lineup you have there for your batting order. Let's get into the pitchers now. Jose Barrios is your ace, his 2018 signature card. Love the train right here. 4 to stamina only. Insane velocity. 19, 17 to location, 13 to break. And then the skills, cooperative pitching, boss, pitching machine. You could definitely do better with slow starter and control master, but co-op should do okay, and boss and pitching machine isn't a bad combination. So this is more, I'd give it an A- or even a B+. It's a good skill set, but you can definitely make this closer to endgame when you get the resources. He is the ace of your staff though, so I assume he does very well for you in ranked battle. But great card. I would just look for a control master set or slow starter set in the future. Train is a keeper though. Excellent job there. Kenta Maeda, 2020 signature card. So sad he isn't in the game anymore, but this card is incredible. Base stats, 76 overall, 6 to stamina, 18 velocity, 16 location, 13 to break. Very similar train, just a few more points went to stamina on this one. Slow starter, boss, and winning streak. Another good skill set here. You could use blues and look for something a little better than winning streak, just so it's an active skill like finesse or dom. That would probably call for a retrain though, because actually you don't get any bonus. Okay, so Retraining this wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either. 6 stamina, you could definitely do better, like 5 or 4. But yeah, blue tickets are a possibility for this card, and you could, if you land finesse or boss, or sorry, finesse or dom, what I would do is max boss and finesse, or whatever that skill is, and then short slow starter. I found that a lot of people strategize that way, and it's pretty effective, maxing out and getting diamond skills, and then shorting the legend skill if it's a level 5 or 4 skill. But excellent card, great train, just use some blue tickets and then you can possibly switch the card based on the new skill that you get. Third in the rotation, Greg Maddux, Black Diamond Supreme. Another Supreme card here, slow starter, dominant pitcher, level 8. A good skill set, could be better, but it's good for now. I can see why he's in the 3rd spot in the rotation. 8 to stamina through level 30, that's excellent right there. That's only 3 more points than the ideal for a 20 to stamina or 20 level 20 train. So this is on par. This is actually superseding that right now. 31 velocity is just insane to see on any card. You do get the dominant pitcher bonus, so that's good. And slow starter is a good legend skill. So not much to critique here. Could be a higher level skill set, but as a Supreme, this card, man, 3rd in the rotation, this card should do wonders. Great job here. Michael Pineda 2021 SIG. I've actually never seen this card before. Not the greatest SIG in the world. So 65 base 65 base velocity. Good job going 22 to that on the train. He went 12 location and then 12 fastball. Honestly, his stats aren't that great at all as far as velocity, fastball, and break go. That location is really the only good base stat, and he's 67 base overall. Control master, dominant pitcher, power pitcher. Good skill set again. The 3rd skill could be better, but he's not the greatest SIG. Me personally, I definitely know there are better Twins starting pitchers out there. There has to be. If there isn't, I'd be surprised. But I would look for a better starting pitcher eventually for endgame purposes, and keep this card the way it is. I know if you're a pay-to-play team, I assume you are with the amount of SIGs that you have. Just Michael Pineda is not a card you want to have on this team for forever, because he's just not worth it. You're probably going to clubcraft him eventually. That's what I would personally do. So just keep him the way he is now. He's excellent as it is, but you know, you can do better with a better starting pitcher from the Twins. Last in the rotation is a Radke. If I said that wrong, please correct me. 1997 signature card, 5 to stamina. Again, a very standard left side train, 16 velocity, 15 location, 12 to break. That low velocity, again, good job going with that 1 to special training. Bullpen day, finesse, and mess. Bullpen day is not the greatest legend skill. I've had it on my Drew Pomerans, and he got a lot of strikeouts, I'll tell you that. His stats were incredibly inflated. He was at like 170 overall when he was pitching, but he did give up a lot of home runs when he got into later into the games, and he just wasn't doing well into Gold 1 or Gold 2. So I would suggest a skill slot storage. Look for a different skill set, you know, control master, slow starter. But high levels, this is excellent, and finesse pitcher is not a bad skill at all. You do get it with that low velocity though, so that's pretty cool. Good skill set, I would just look for a better one later down the line. That's what I would do for that one. And then getting into your bullpen now, Eddie Guardado. Sorry if I said that wrong. Eddie Guardado. Gotcha. Setup man, finesse pitcher, winning streak. Excellent skill set for a closer. I hope Trevor May has a much better skill set than this, because this is like perfect for a closer, but not bad for a setup man at all. Actually, almost perfect for a setup man. Only thing would be better, in my opinion, is if winning streak was last boss. But train-wise, 5 to stamina, 15 velocity, 15 location, 12 to break. You do get the finesse pitcher bonus. Location 1, velocity 2, and then break 3. Yeah, so basically perfect. Only thing would be better for that, we're level 6 winning streak. But I can't really critique this. This is an excellent SIG year. He's a 1-year card too, so great job with the train and the skills. Keep him in the setup role. I just have to see that Trevor May later. We'll get to him though. Trevor Rogers, 19, another excellent Twins relief pitcher, 6 to stamina, 19 location, 15 fastball, and 14 location. Looks like you went for a Dom train. You did. And then there's another candidate for a blue ticket. So if you land setup man, this card is perfect. And yeah, that's all you really have to do. Just use some blues on him. Once you get Crone, if you want to use it on Knobloch, I would personally do it in this order: Crone, Rogers, and then Knobloch, because Rogers is a relief pitcher. But yeah, this card is perfect with the train. Only thing that's kind of sad is that low break. If he has breaking pitches, that's not going to be S tier. most certainly. But yeah, if you get finesse or if you get setup man, this card is beautiful. Getting into the middle relievers now. Joe Nathan 04 Prime. Love this card. 6 to stamina, 16 location, 12 velocity, and 14 break. Definitely looks like a finesse train. And you do. Dom, finesse, untouchable. Good skill set. I have Dom, boss, untouchable, and it does terribly on my Matt Barnes. He gives up home runs. He gives me nervous wrecks. He gives me headaches because he allows so many runs and he's in my setup role. But let me know how this does. I'm pretty sure finesse pitcher is far better than boss as far as this skill set combination. It's actually the same levels too. So I assume this does well. He's in middle relief though, so middle relievers aren't really as good as the setup man. So I can definitely see this not being as good as what Guardado has or as Rogers has. So great skill set, great train. Keep him the way he is. He's a middle reliever. He's a prime. Excellent job there. Tyler Clipper 2020. Sad he's not in the game anymore. I'm pretty sure he's retired. 6 to stamina though, 16 velocity, 15 location, 13 to break. And then looking at the skills, Control Master, Finesse Pitcher, and Pickoff King. So Control Master is actually second best to bullpen day for relief pitchers, so that's great right there. And you have Finesse Pitcher, which is an S tier skill set on any pitcher. So, and he's a middle relief too. Perfect middle reliever right here. Only thing that would be better is if he had a third skill, but I'm not going to critique that. He's a normal card. He's Black Diamond. Great job with this right here. So good train overall. Can't say much other than this card is what it needs to be. Greer is just a normal diamond. The only non-Black Diamond card you have that's actively in the starting lineup. I see you have a Correa here too. Didn't notice that, but good train on him too. Anyway, back to the bullpen. Matt Greer, 07, 65 base overall. Good train, 4 to stamina only. 17 location, 17 fastball. Or sorry, 17 location, 17 velocity, 14 to break. Finesse, fixer, good middle relief skill set there. He's in the back of the middle relief gang too, so he's not going to come into games as often, but good train, good skills, keep him the way he is, and I think he's good enough to get to Black Diamond. There might be better relief pitchers. I'm not too knowledgeable about the Twins team or what the Twins have, but I can tell this is a pretty good card just by the looks of it. Long reliever, Rich Gossage. It's a lovely train here. 21 stamina, you love to see it. Pitcher's chem, I assume that. So he's a pitcher's chem guy, high stamina. You just goofed off with the train. That's pretty funny. But keep him in the long relief role. You know what you're doing right there. Then Trevor Mayo. Looking at the train, 4 stamina, 16 velocity, 17 location, 14 break. He better have an excellent skill set. Better than Guardado. Okay, I gotta give it to you. That's actually insane. Control Master, Finesse, and Dom all at level 6. Well, the Diamonds are at level 8 and 7. But yeah, definitely worthy of a closer. I honestly think, though, that Guardado would be better in the closer role. But the nerf of winning streak, most people nerf winning streak, so I can see why you did that. But personally, I would have slotted Guardado in place of May, since May's only a normal 2. So that's just my personal opinion. But if it works for you, that totally works out for you. Keep him in there. I don't know what your rank stats are, but overall, a very solid team. And last thing, just looking at Ozzie Smith, you do have batter's chemistry. So this team is basically endgame, other than the shortstop position and the second base position. And then you could definitely do better with Michael Pineda, and then maybe a couple more bullpen SIGs. I know the Twins have a few more bullpen SIGs. Joe Nathan has a SIG, so you can definitely replace him eventually. I think May has one. Yeah, but this is a beautiful team. Don't see that many Twins teams out there that are this good. I enjoyed reviewing it. Keep up the work with special training. Use those blue tickets like I said. And I would personally go with the SIGs first, Crone, Rogers, and then Knobloch. But yeah, thank you for letting me review your team, bro. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But without further ado, let's get into the second team for today's video. Alright, second team we have for today's video is Bad News 69. He's a Toronto Blue Jays team with an S set deck and a Diamond S set deck. And I just had to show off some of these cards on his bench. I know you guys can't see them because my camera's blocking, but Troy Tulowitzki 2016, not a card you see that often. And he actually had pretty good stats. Comtu gave him a pretty good overall for having a mediocre year. 24 home runs, 254 average. Probably didn't get a high WAR, but this was one of his full seasons with the Blue Jays, and you just don't see Tulowitzki anymore in this game. So I'm glad that he's on your bench. I can show this card off. Really wish he was still in the game. Really miss him. Then also a Justin Smoke 17. No idea what happened to Smoke. He kind of just fell off of the face of the earth after like 2019. Nobody wanted him, so a great train here, and then the skills, batter's chem, you have batter's chem on him, so a great job with that. I really wish, I love seeing these old cards in the game, and if you guys are in the showcasing series, if you want me to show off cards on the bench, if you put some retired cards on the bench, I'll definitely take a look at them just for future reference. But let's get into your starting lineup. A ton of black diamonds. Leading off is an Edgar Martinez, a legend card, 11 to the right side, 18 to power, 14 to eye, 14 to contact. Pioneer, Slugger Instinct, Ace Specialist. Good job with going Ace Specialist. That's actually pretty underrated right there. He's only at 114 overall with the he doesn't have a SIG bonus or anything like that, so he's gonna get nerfed by boss, and that's definitely gonna help him out. And then Slugger Instinct Pioneer, he's gonna hit a lot of home runs. So good job with Ace Specialist, perfect card, perfect train, great leadoff hitter. Second is a Donaldson 15 Prime. Surprised you don't have his SIG, but looking at the train, 13 to the right side, 15 power, 15 eye, 14 contact, good GI distribution, Slugger Spot, Charisma, basically an endgame. I can't criticize this. This is an excellent card. And Charisma level 8, perfect. Yeah, no words. 13 to the right side, you can't get much better than that. Perfect card right here. I really wish I had Donaldson 15 on my team. I have his 17, which is better GI distribution, but the Prime cards, the SIG cards, they look so much better. Third is a Mike Piazza Black Diamond Supreme card. Pioneer Charisma Training Junkie. Not a bad third skill in Training Junkie right there. Only 18 to the right side. That's actually good for through level 30 from what I've seen before. 28 to power, 21 to eye, 20 to contact. Just baffling train right there. So the Supreme cards are incredible when it comes to the looks of the trains. And yeah, I can't really critique this. The skills are good. Only thing would be better is if the third skill were level 6 and it were a gold skill like Slugger or Spot. But he's a Supreme. He has boosted stats. Piazza is insane. Good train, great third hitter in the lineup. Now, Joey Bats, Jose Bautista. I'm going to jumble up my words, but 14 to the right side could be a little better. I would love to see that 13 or less to the right side, so I would suggest a retrain on this later down the line when you have the resources. You probably do, but all up to you. 19 to power, 10 to eye, 14 contact. I like going contact 2 here since it is much lower than the eye and the power. Pioneer Charisma 5-tool player, good skill set here. Only thing better would be a third skill, but love to see retired Prime cards. I actually have this card on my Red Sox team. Really wish they would add this card back into the game as well. I love looking at these old cards. They're just so beautiful. Again, Edwin Encarnacion. You don't see this card anymore in the game. After 2020, he was gone pretty much. 13 to the right side, 18 power, 16 contact, 10 to eye. Again, good job going contact 2 since it is lower than power and eye. And then skill set, Spotlight, Slugger, Batting Machine. Great skill set right there. Too bad it wasn't a 333, but still very, very excellent. And he had a really good year for a Prime year right there. Love to see it. Batting 6th now in the lineup. A Kevin Biggio 19 SIG card, 13 to the right, 16 power, 15 contact, 13 to eye. And skills, barrel it up, Charisma 5-tool. I see there's a trend with 5-tool here, so not a bad third, but it definitely could be better. Barrel it up, level 8 though. He does get the barrel it up bonus, 210 speed plus contact, and then speed needs to be 70% of contact, so that's good. All perfect right there. A good choice to go with that level 8. Let me know how that does. I know a lot of people like to go Charisma level 8, but it does get nerfed, so I can totally see your reasoning behind this. Great 6th hitter in the lineup though. Wish I had this on my Blue Jays team. Randall Grichuk 2020. I believe he has 18 and 19 as SIG years too, and I'm pretty sure 19 is his best year. Correct me if I'm wrong. They're all very similar though, so it doesn't really matter. They're like, difference between the cards is like 1 contact or 1 power or 1 eye or something like that. 14 to the right could be a little better. 13 to the right is ideal, but still a good train. Special training lines up well. 15 power, 14 contact, 14 eye. Would really have liked to seen that eye get the second special training, so I think this card is definitely top priority as far as I've seen for a retrain, just because that eye is going to get nerfed to like 110, 111 with last boss. And if it has Control Master too, it's going to go below 110. So yeah, you're definitely going to want to retrain this card soon. It's an excellent card. Barreled up, Ace Specialist, Slugger Instinct. Ace Specialist the third could work. He's a SIG though, so he does have higher overall. He does hit the barrel it up bonus with that high contact. And yeah, you don't need this much contact for the barrel up bonus anymore. So you're definitely like, yeah, this is a good time to retrain Grichuk right now and go for that I1 power 2 contact 3 or power 1 I2 contact 3. Slugger Instinct's a great second skill, and like I said, Ace Specialist a decent third, but it could be a bit better. Aledmus Diaz, 18 signature card, only Sigure with the Blue Jays, 13 to the right side, great train, 18 to power, 15 I, 11 contact. I is low, so good job going with that second for special training. Charisma Spotlight, or sorry, Charisma Slugger, barrel it up. Great skill set there. Basically perfect, except for the fact that the skill set is not triple 3, but what are you going to do about it? You can only do so much. So I would keep this card the way it is. Not sure if there's a better shortstop sig. Maybe Bo Bichette if you get Bo Bichette in the future, but I think Diaz is pretty solid. His GI distribution is a bit skewed to the fielding since it is high, so you could definitely replace him with Bichette in the future if you do get him, but who knows, that might be a long-term project later down the line. Kevin Pillar, 2017, pretty sure this is also his only sig year with the Blue Jays. He might not be in the game for much longer, I don't know if he's with a team, but 13 to the right, 17 power, 15 to I, 12 to contact. Again, I2 is important there since it is low for the base stats, and then heavy hitter Slugger Instinct Spotlight. Definitely a candidate for a blue ticket. I do know there are a few better outfielders though, so I don't know what your plans are, but I personally would blue this just because it's triple 3 set and land something like Charisma or Batting Machine and make him really good. Or you could wait and get a better Blue Jays outfielder and then replace him and put him on the bench, but that's totally up to you. His stats are definitely lower than most SIGs, especially with the power and the eye, so totally up to you. I would personally actually prefer ultimately to replace him, but just for the fun of it, I would use some blue tickets on him. I don't know why, but that's the starting lineup. Love to see old Blue Jays retired cards. Let's get into this rotation. Robbie Ray, ace pitcher. Wish I could pull this card on my Blue Jays team. I can't even get his normal diamond like this, but anyways, enough of me complaining about that. 5 to stamina, 14 velocity, 15 location, 15 to break. Skill set is finesse, slow starter, touch. Actually, I love this skill set. I love that you went with slow starter level 5, but clubmates and from other people I've heard, you definitely can get more out of this skill set if you go with untouchable level 8. Finesse pitcher boosts the stats a little bit more, I understand, but there's something about having untouchable level 8 that does great. I've experienced it with my Rick Porcello or a couple other players that I had with untouchable and finesse pitcher. Going with that level 8 just is so much better than finesse pitcher level 8, and you have the finesse bonus easy, so it's not like you need to increase those stats anymore. I would go with untouchable level 8. That's the only thing I have to say about this card. Other than that, excellent card. Love this. Wish I had it on my team, like I said. Steven Matz, 2021 signature card. Not the greatest Blue Jays starting pitcher, but still very serviceable. 5 to stamina, 18 location, 17 velocity, and then the last special training goes to break at 9. And then skills, slow starter, finesse, stability. Looking at your catcher, Piazza, does he get the stability? No, he doesn't. So stability might not be the greatest third skill since you don't get the bonus. The bonus is 110 fielding for catchers. So hey, you could definitely roll blue tickets on this. Look for untouchable, last boss, dominant pitcher, and then short slow starter like you did on Robbie Ray. Personally, that's what I would do with this card. Keep the train. You do get the finesse pitcher bonus, it looks like. Just barely, actually, so great job with that. Yeah, the 4 and then 11. Yeah, just barely getting the finesse pitcher bonus, so you're on like the edge right there, but you still get it regardless, and that's excellent. Yeah, just use some blue tickets on that and find boss, dom, or untouchable, and then do the same thing with him as you did with Robbie Ray. Third in the rotation, Don Sutton, legend. 5 to stamina, 16 velocity, 14 fastball, and 12 location. Dominant pitcher train. You do have Dom. Again, I think going untouchable would definitely help improve this card a lot. It's a triple 3 set, and with a skill reset ticket, untouchable level 8 does great. Nothing to critique here. Only thing that'd be better is if dominant pitcher were finesse pitcher, but what are you gonna do about it? It's good. It's an awesome skill set, and Control Master is the perfect legend skill. So train's on point, skills are on point, just that skill reset ticket for untouchable level 8, and this card, I believe, is gonna be a beast. David Price, 15. When you have David Price 15 as your 4th starter, you know your rotation is good. 4 to stamina, 17 velocity, 14 fastball, and 12 to location. Dom, pitching machine mess. Okay, so this is definitely a candidate for a blue ticket here. I would use blue tickets on this before you even get to Steven Matz. Look for finesse, boss, and this card, perfecto. I would argue you could even use greens on this just because mess at level 7 isn't much different than mess at level 3. And you could, it depends on what you have and what you want to do, but I would personally use greens on this if I didn't have any blues, just for the time being. But that's just me. I'm kind of crazy when it comes to that. Sometimes I like to use my greens sporadically, but it's not a bad skill set right now. It could definitely be a lot better if you landed finesse, boss, or untouchable though. So I would look to use greens or blues, whatever you prefer, and look for that endgame skill set on David Price, because he is the second best starting pitcher for the Blue Jays, and pretty sure he's the best overall starting pitcher. Yeah, Robbie Ray's second to him overall wise, but he's the second best as far as distribution goes. So great train, just look for that. Like Dom, you do get the Dom bonus already, so if you land dominant pitcher, it's, or sorry, forgot you had Dom. You have Dom, but if you land boss or finesse pitcher, even more so, it'd be perfect. The last in your rotation is a Dave Stieb normal card, so you could definitely look for a Blue Jays starting pitcher here, whether that be Trent Thornton. I know he's not great. Hyunjin Ryu, Taiwan Walker, all those guys are great right there that I just mentioned, besides Thornton, but Thornton wouldn't be bad. 3 to stamina, 16 velocity, 15 location, 12 to break, skill set, fireballer, touchable, and boss. So you went shorting fireballer. It's at level 3, so it's a bit lower than usual. Usually I see people when they nerf it, it's at level 4 or 5, but it's not bad. He's only a normal card too, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Like I said, you could look for a better starting pitcher to replace him. And by the way, I don't want to pass over this, but 3 stamina is insane. That is super difficult to get. Let me know how many retrain tickets that took. I've gotten a 3 stamina train, and it didn't take too long, but I've had trains where I've suffered through waiting hours upon end just trying to get a good train. Let me know how long that took, but that's an excellent 5th starter in the rotation. Jordan Romano 2021 starts off your setup man. 5 to stamina, 17 location, 15 break, 11 velocity. Definitely finesse train. Definitely got the finesse skill. Control, dom. Can't argue with this. The only thing better would be a 333, but that's excellent right there. No critiques. You got the special training perfect. The stamina's low. Everything. You can't argue that there. That's a great sig. Mark Eichhorn, 4 to stamina, 17 location, 15 velocity, 12 break, 4 to stamina. Again, another excellent train. Co-op, boss, winning streak. Let me know how co-op does. I've never really seen it used on relief pitchers, but boss and winning streak's good. Winning streak might not always be active since setup men sometimes come in when you're tied, but great skill set regardless. Just let me know how co-op does. I don't want to critique this because I personally don't know how co-op does in the bullpen, but he must do pretty well considering he's your setup man. So pretty good card right there. Rafael Dolis was not in the game for very long, but this is a good card for him. 6 to stamina, 16 location, 15 break, 10 velocity with the last special training. He's only a normal card. Fixer dom and finesse. Actually a really good skill set right there for a middle reliever, so I can definitely see why he's in the lineup. And his base isn't bad at all. The train could be just a bit better with a little lower stamina, and it's actually pretty evened out. I kind of like it like that. Just the stamina is a bit high for my liking. But dom, fixer, finesse pitcher, perfect skill set. Perfect middle reliever right there. Dominic Leone, 17. And I also understand the Blue Jays, having a Blue Jays team. Blue Jays don't really have that many great starting or relief pitchers anymore. But if you do get Ken Giles 19, you don't have him on the team, but that would be excellent. Moving on though, Dominic Leone, 6 to stamina, 15 velocity, 13 location, 12 to fastball. Great train again. Touchable, stability, fixer. You don't get a stability bonus, but fixer and untouchable should do decently. Untouchable's not the greatest set for middle reliever, but it should do okay. And he's only a normal again. Again, if you pull like Giles, he would definitely replace Leone over Dolis. Yeah, Leone's definitely going to get kicked if you get Giles, so it's not the worst thing in the world. He's a middle reliever. It's going to come in while you're losing. Good skill set, but he can definitely get replaced. Casey Jansen, 2012. I have this card. Great relief pitcher, one of the better relief pitchers on the Blue Jays. 5 to stamina, 16 velocity, 15 fastball, 11 to location. Dominant pitcher, boss, Giant Crusher. Giant Crusher's not a bad third since he's a normal card, so middle reliever, like I said again, not too worried about him. Good skills, good train, can't say much more. Ozuna 15, probably your pitcher's chem. Yes, pitcher's chem, and that's incredible. 2 to stamina. Wow. So that's the best stamina train you have, and it's on your long reliever. But it's not the greatest train overall, and he's fully special trained too. So good card, good pitcher's chemistry. Sad he's not in the game anymore. He did have a couple sigs for the Blue Jays, so if he hadn't done what he's pitching in the Mexican League, I'm pretty sure, but if he ever comes back to the MLB, I would gladly take his sig cards, and I know you would too. Raleigh Fingers, 81 legend card. Looking at the train, 20 to velocity. Wow, okay. 7 to stamina is a little bit high, but the 20 velocity is wow, okay. 14 of location, and then 9 of fastball, the skills, control master, and nothing else. So definitely see you working here with green tickets. So keep on using green tickets. I know it can be difficult sometimes. You get lucky and then you don't. I went through 9 straight green tickets and got zilch nada on a card, so I can totally understand and sympathize with you if you're having the same struggle. Definitely get him a good skill set though. You know what to look for. I'm not even gonna say it, but love reviewing your team, man. Love seeing the retired cards. The trains are on point, except for, who was it? It wasn't Pilar, was it? It was Grichuk. Yeah, just a retrain on Grichuk. Definitely top priority for retrains, if I do say so. And then looking for that 5th starter is another thing you could do. And then bullpen. Bullpen can always use help. I figured the bullpen is always looking for new pieces, even my bullpen. But love your team. Thank you so much for letting me review it. If you have any questions or if you want to put any input, leave a comment down below, bro. Again, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for letting me review the team. With that said, though, let's get into the final team for today's video. Alright guys, last team we have up for today is Grinders. He runs a Los Angeles Dodgers S-Set deck with a Diamond S-Set deck. He also has a YouTube channel, posts some great videos. They aren't very long, but go ahead and check him out. His YouTube is his in-game name, Grinders, with a 1 and a 3. But let's get into his team. Let's see what it's looking like. Starting off in the batting order, Chris Taylor, 2021. Sig is his leadoff hitter, 13 to the right side, 16 to power, 15 to eye, and 13 to contact. Great special training right there. And then skills, batting machine, A specialist, charisma. A specialist is actually not the worst thing since he has a 65 base overall. So as a 3rd skill, it's serviceable for now. But I personally would, in the future, if there's nobody else that you have to use blue tickets on, use blues and go for that slugger instinct or spotlight skill set. Even barrel it up on this card would work out. So great leadoff hitter though, triple 3 set, great train. Second in the lineup is a Machado 18. Best overall hitter for the Dodgers. A little bit overrated since his fielding is super high, but still an excellent card. 17 of power, 13 to eye, 14 to contact. Would have loved to seen that eye second since it is the lowest out of the 3 main batting stats, but it's still a good train regardless. Pioneer, barrel it up, and spotlight. He does hit the barrel it up bonus, so I personally would do this. I would short Pioneer to level 5 and go with barrel it up and spotlight, and then barrel it up at level 8. So that's what I would do with this card, just because you can short Pioneer with it still being effective, but then you get barrel it up to level 7 and then spotlight to level 7 and then take barrel it up to level 8 since he does hit the bonus. Again, bonus is 210 speed plus contact, and speed has to be 70% of what contact is. That's the new meta for barrel it up. We actually know it now because Comto has actually told us. So that's what I would do with this card. Great train, good skills. Just reorient those skills to what I suggested, and I think it will do much better. Sean Green 01 Prime. I have this card on my Dodgers team, just he wouldn't fit anywhere in my lineup. 14 to the right side, insane amount of power, 23 to power, love to see red. Special training still lines up, 11 to contact, and then 9 to eye. Would have liked to see an eye second with this, like Machado, but it's totally up to you. I personally would have done that since it is so much lower, and he's probably going to suffer with the last boss control master nerf. So yeah, you might want to consider redoing that. And it's 14 to the right side. Ideally, you want 13 or less. Skill set though, barrel it up, spotlight, charisma at level 5. Okay, so this is an interesting way to go with this train. I would have personally gone charisma and barrel it up. Let me know how this does. I don't know what your philosophy is behind this, but I personally would have done charisma level 7, barrel it up level 7, or charisma level 8, barrel it up level 7, spotlight level 5. But that would be my critique on this card. Spotlight is only really effective in the later innings, and if you're losing, I guess it could help you out, but charisma is always a guaranteed nerf, and then barrel it up is a great underrated gold skill. So the train could definitely use some redoing just for higher eye, and then the skills, if you reorient them to charisma, barrel it up, and then spotlight shorted, I think it would do better. but that's my suggestion for that card. Fourth in your lineup, Will Smith, 21 Sig. Love this Sig card. 150 power without even up condition is incredible. 14 to the right side. Could do better on the train. 13 or less is ideal. Just getting a little picky there. 17 to power, 13 eye, 13 contact. Then again, I should be second because it's not higher than power or contact. So again, could retrain this card. I would definitely suggest it for the future. Skills, barrel it up, slugger instinct, reliable. Reliable's not a bad third. You could definitely look for a pioneer or a bad ball hitter set on him though later down the line. So I don't know what you want to do with this. I personally would look for a legend skill and then roll with whatever you get, whether that be bad ball hitter or pioneer. Great Sig card though. Pretty sure this is his best Sig year. 22 might be better, but I could be wrong. Fifth in the lineup, Bellinger, 17, his second best Sig year. Great job here with the train going I1, power 2, contact 3. Then again, could be a little lower to the right side. 13 is ideal, but 14 is not bad. And then the skill set, Slugger Instinct, 5-tool player for professional. Yeah, you could definitely do better with the skills here. Slugger Instinct's a great skill, but 5-tool and professional are third skills, and 5-tool's arguably not even a good third skill. So you could definitely look for a legend skill set. Bad ball hitter, pioneer, like Will Smith. So Bellinger and Smith are definitely two high candidates for premiums. I know it's hard to come by though, so I totally understand if it's difficult. English is difficult for me right now. Anyway, Peterson, 19, his best card with the Dodgers, 67 base overall. 15 to the right side is a bit high, could be less. You could do that train again over. 15 to power, 14 to eye. Good job going eye second. 13 to contact. Ace specialist, slugger instinct, spotlight. Again, like Chris Taylor, not a bad idea to go ace specialist with third skill. And then slugger instinct, spotlight. He's going to hit a ton of home runs. And once you get him to black diamond, oh boy, this card is going to be a beast. So yeah, definitely look to get him to black diamond as soon as you can. Retrain him just for a bit more to the left side. 15 is good, but you can definitely maximize his potential even more with 13 or less to the right side. And then skills, keep it for now. But later you may want to change ace specialist so you can get charisma, and this card will be that much better. 8th or 7th in the lineup is a Turner, 18. Not his best year, but still pretty good with the GI distribution. Went I1, power 2, contact 3. 14 to the right side. Again, you could retrain this and go power 1, I2, contact 3. That's what I would do later down the line. Slugger instinct, barrel it up, and laser beam. Not a bad skill set, but I assume you're going to take him to black diamond someday, so I wouldn't change the skill set at all. Keep it for now. He does hit the barrel it up bonus. Yes, he does with the new barrel it up skill, and it's 70% of contact, or 70% of what contact is. So good skills right there. Keep it for now. When you take him to black diamond later on, I assume you will, then you can look for a legend skill set. But yeah, just these trains on these cards could be a lot better with if they were 13 or less. Some normal cards at the back end of the lineup. Max Muncy, 21. 12 to the right side. See, this is what I love to see right here. 12 to the right side is a good train. 18 power, 13 or 14 contact, 13 eye. He's only a normal card though, not the greatest of skills. And I know you get sig packs. I watch your videos quite often, so you can definitely wait until you get a Muncy sig. I wouldn't bother too much with the skills or the train. It's on par. It's good. It'll do well for now until you can get a good first base sig. And I know besides Bellinger, I think Muncy has a sig for that year, and then there are a couple other Dodgers that have first base sigs, like Freddie Freeman here, for example. 16 to the right side's high, but he's only a normal card like Muncy. And then the skills, batting machine, spotlight, professional, triple 3 set. Wouldn't touch him though, like Muncy. Expect to get a sig eventually for first base, or yeah, because these are DH and first base, so getting sigs to replace them shouldn't be too difficult being a Dodgers team. But I hope you do get lucky and eventually get a Muncy sig or a Freeman sig or first base sig in general. That's going to do it for the starting lineup. For the batters, let's get into the rotation. Clayton Kershaw 2015. Honestly, Kershaw's cards, all of them, actually 14, 15, and 16 are, any three of them are endgame and you can't go wrong. Holy cow, 1 to stamina. Let me know how many training tickets that took, because I don't see that often, and just wow. I don't even have 1 stamina. The lowest I've gotten, I think, is 1. No, is 3. Yeah, 3 is like the lowest. I don't think that's almost impossible, but great job with the train. 21 to velocity, 16 location, 11 to fastball. And not that like Kershaw needed any more to his other stats because he's already stacked, but that's just incredible. I don't see, that's something you don't see every day. That's incredible. Finesse and untouchable. He doesn't get the finesse bonus, but I assume you're working on a legend skill, whether that be slow starter or control master on him in the background. So I would suggest just working on that and then look for, you know, the Dom bonus, because he does hit the Dom bonus, and then finesse pitcher would be good too. But yeah, I'm just baffled at that train. Holy cow. So all this card needs really is some skills with a legend skill, and he's perfect. Rich Hill 2017. Not as an impressive train as Kershaw, but still really good. 17 velocity, 16 fastball, 10 to the location, and the skills. Iron Will, power pitcher, last boss. I assume you're working with this on greens, but again, you could be working on Kershaw. So in due time, I would use greens on last boss and look for finesse pitcher, dominant pitcher, untouchable, any of those skills, and then maybe even stability or pitching machine as a third or second skill. I like to go all out and go for all gold. So yeah, with the skills that I mentioned, use some greens on this card and he's going to be excellent. You have a dominant pitcher train, so if you get dominant pitcher, that's even better. Third in the rotation, Chanho Park 97. Pretty sure this is his best SIG card. 5 to stamina, 16 location, 15 velocity, 12 to break. Skill set is Control Master Finesse Pitcher, and you do not get the Finesse Pitcher bonus. So tough call here. But I would sadly have to suggest a retrain. 5 to stamina is really, really nice. And Control Master Finesse Pitcher's almost endgame. Only if there was a third skill, that would be really good. But yeah, I would definitely retrain this card for finesse, since he doesn't hit the bonus. But that's the only thing with this card. Skills are good. Only thing would be better is if there were a third skill, but you can only do so much. Greinke 15 Prime is your 4th starter. 3 to stamina, 16 velocity, 14 break, 12 location. Interesting distribution there. Then the skills are untouchable, boss, and put away pitch. So high levels. You don't hit any bonuses. You actually do hit the finesse bonus, interestingly enough. Even with velocity being better than location, you hit the finesse bonus, but that's a really weird train with only 3 to stamina. So with this card, I would just look for a legend skill. And then again, you could pull his SIG. So I wouldn't touch this card. I would just keep him the way he is. The 3 stamina train, you could pull a SIG of his. You could even pull another Dodgers SIG to replace him. He's already Black Diamond. I don't think you have a legend skill on him. Let me know in the comments down below. It's high level skill set and it's already maxed out. So great card. I would just, look for replacement with a SIG, and the train is just a little bit funky, but great card nonetheless. 5th in the rotation is Julio Urias 2020. Pretty sure this is your newest SIG. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. 6 to stamina, 16 in velocity, 14 location, 11 to fastball. Skill set is bunch of third skills, not even third skills. Interesting skill set here. I don't know what to say about this, but I'm pretty sure you're knowledgeable enough already. I've already spoken enough for you to know what skills you want to look for, so you know what to do. Look for some good skills, and then the train is good already in itself, so you could hit the dominant pitcher bonus if you wanted to, but that's his skill set's kind of funny. Cleaning up your mess in eater, just a full third skill set right there. That's funny to me. Raleigh Fingers 81 is your first relief pitcher in your setup role. Train is 14 location, 12 fastball, 13 break. Interesting. You don't get velocity, any special training points. Finesse pitcher, control master. Could definitely use some blue tickets on him. I would just retrain him because that stamina is a little bit high for a relief pitcher, and then you do want to have some velocity on him because that velocity is gonna get crushed when you get charisma nerfed and then like pioneer or bad ball hitter nerf. But yeah, that's the only thing I would suggest with this card. Use some blues and then retrain for higher velocity. Second setup man is a Jansen 17, his best relief pitcher year. 10 to stamina is a bit high. Ace mess stability, not a good skill set at all. So I assume you're anticipating a SIG of his, which is not highly unlikely because he has so many years with the Dodgers. He has like 14, 15, 16, 17. And I think even 18 has a SIG year. So chances of you pulling a SIG is pretty high. And I know the SIG packs are coming out pretty soon at the beginning of this year or the beginning of the season. So don't touch him. I wouldn't touch him personally. Hung Chi Kuo 2010. I have this exact same card. 6 to stamina, 15 velocity, 15 location, 14 to break. Not fully spec trained yet, so keep on working with that. Finesse and boss. He does not hit the finesse bonus, unfortunately. So it's a tough call, but he has his prime year is his best year. You could pull his sig if you wanted to. You could replace him, but I would retrain for the finesse pitcher bonus. Again, if you didn't know, finesse pitcher bonus is stamina, or sorry, location and break need to be 15 points higher than velocity and fastball, and those are combined. So whatever velocity and fastball adds up to, that needs to be 15 points less than location and break. Skill set is great though. Giant Crusher's not a bad third since he's only a prime card, 112 overall. But yeah, just a retrain on this card for the finesse pitcher bonus should do the trick. Jay Howell, 88, not a card you see that often, and he's a diamond vintage. 3 stamina, love this train right here. 18 to velocity, 17 to location, 12 to break. Wow. Okay, Dom, touch, finesse, triple threes. By far your best relief pitcher. I would even put this in place of Kenley Jansen right now, because Kenley doesn't even have skills, and skills pay the bills in this game. So I would personally suggest a switch between Howell and Jansen, and put Jansen in the middle relief role. Getting into the last middle reliever, Jake McGee, 20. I just got this card a few months ago, maybe one month ago. Was an epic pull. Stability, untouchable, Iron Will. Actually not a bad skill set for a middle reliever. Iron Will's underrated since you're probably losing and you're probably allowed a lot of hits, so it'll be active, almost guaranteed. Train is good. 6 to stamina, 16 location, 15 break, 10 to velocity. So velocity gets that last bit of special training points. Not bad. You don't have the finesse pitcher skill, so he's in middle relief. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Finally, in your long relief role, Evan Phillips, 2022, one of the best relief pitchers for the Dodgers last year. 7 to stamina, 14 velocity, 14 location, 13 break, touchable, and boss. So I could even argue that Phillips could replace Jansen, but that Howell is just incredible. In comparison to McGee, I don't know. You could argue that Phillips could even replace McGee, but that's totally up to you. He's in the long relief role. I'll let you do what you want to do with him. Finally, your closer, Eric Gagne, 03 Prime Diamond. 9 to stamina. Would suggest a retrain on this because stamina I prefer to be at least 6 or less, even 5 or less for relief pitchers. So the special training lines up great though. 16 to velocity, 13 fastball, 12 to location, and he does have the dominant pitcher skill, so you get the bonus. Would like it if, ideally for a closing pitcher, you want winning streak, setup man, last boss, finesse pitcher, any of those 4 skills combined. But Dom, boss should do okay. And eventually, when you blue Raleigh, if he gets like winning streak, I would even throw Raleigh in the closer role and then put Gagne in the setup man role. So it all depends on what goes on as you move along this game. Overall, I love this Dodgers team. It's definitely far better than my Dodgers team. I would suggest just a lot of retrains for the batters because 14 is very borderline, but ideally with signature cards, you want to get that 13 or less to the right side. And then look for Muncy, look for Freeman Sig. I hope you do get lucky with the next Team Select signature pack. Look for a 5th starter to replace Greinke since he is only a prime card. And then the bullpen could use some help too. If you pull bullpen Sig, Jansen, that'd be excellent. If you pull Phillips, that'd be great. If you pull Baez, whoever. And yeah, that would be my advice for this team. But love your Dodgers team, bro. Love your YouTube channel. Again, guys, go ahead and check them out. Grinders on YouTube. Make some great MLB 9 innings content. With that said, though, let's now get into the outro. Well, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy, please leave a like down below, hit share, and subscribe. And as always, if you want to be part of the showcasing series, don't forget to do 3 things. Don't forget to leave a comment down below with your team name requesting to be showcased. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And then last but not least, and most importantly, please don't forget to send a friend request to my alternate account, Laddyboy. That's LADDYBOY in all capital letters. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your guys' day. I will see you all in the next video.